You're live, Mr. Chairman.
I'd like to call this Greenville County Council meeting to order, and we will begin with the invocation. I will call on Councilor Seaman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to ask Jake Beatty, the CEO of Rebuild Upstate, to come forward and give us the invocation this evening.
God, as we gather here tonight, I want to thank you for the men and women that represent and lead Greenville County. And we ask, Father, that you bless each of them and bless their families. And we thank you for their willingness to serve the people that they are called to represent, and we honor them for all that they do. Father, we ask that you would continue to give them wisdom as they seek to lead and govern this county, and would you continue to fill them with compassion toward the people that they serve, and also give them clear discernment and understanding of the issues in front of them that are affecting those that they represent. And Father, we also thank you tonight for the many nonprofits and their representatives that are present here. Would you bless the work of their hands and continue to show them your favor and provision as they seek to meet the needs of the people you've called them to serve. And we ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. If you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Next on the agenda, we have the approval of minutes.
Move approval of the minutes from our July 15th meeting.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Next on the agenda, we have proclamations and special recognitions, and I have this first one, which is National Nonprofit Day. So I'll ask if the members who are going to join me up at the podium would do so. And also, just so we can see how many nonprofits are represented, if you are here as a member of a nonprofit, please stand for this as well. See if this works. All right. Whereas August 17th is recognized nationally as National Nonprofit Day, a time to honor the invaluable contributions that nonprofit organizations make to communities across the United States. And whereas Greenville County is home to more than 3,000 nonprofit organizations serving a wide range of missions, from caring for children and seniors to protecting natural resources, from advancing education and health to promoting arts, culture, and learning, and from expanding opportunity to offering hope in times of crisis. Whereas nonprofit organizations, along with their donors, volunteers, employees, and beneficiaries, reside in every district of Greenville County. Whereas beyond their service missions, nonprofits are a powerful economic engine providing 6% of all jobs in South Carolina, making substantial contributions to the state's gross domestic product, with arts and cultural nonprofits alone contributing $14.1 billion annually to South Carolina's economy. And whereas nonprofit organizations are a vital way in which residents of Greenville County come together to solve problems, care for each other, and build a strong future. And whereas it is fitting to recognize and celebrate the profound role that nonprofit organizations and the people who power them play in shaping a thriving, compassionate, and resilient Greenville County, now, therefore, be it resolved that Greenville County Council does hereby proclaim August 19th, 2025 as Nonprofit Day. Congratulations. All right, next we have Emergency Management Awareness Month, and I'll call on Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This proclamation, Emergency Management Awareness Month. Whereas Greenville County Emergency Management provides a critical shield for our community, vigilantly safeguarding residents and property from a spectrum of hazards, both natural and man-made. And whereas this dedicated agency plays an indispensable role in planning, integrating, and executing all emergency management and homeland security initiatives across Greenville County. And whereas the Greenville County Emergency Management Team, comprised of skilled professionals and devoted volunteers, diligently prepares for, responds to, and facilitates recovery from large-scale emergencies encompassing events such as fires, hazardous material incidents, and severe weather. And whereas their expertise extends to specialized operations like search and rescue, hazardous material response in challenging environments, including floodwaters, swift currents, and mountainous terrain, ensuring the safety of those in peril. And whereas the coordinated efforts of Greenville County Emergency Management have demonstrably saved countless lives in the protected invaluable personal property from devastating losses, and whereas beyond immediate response, Greenville County Emergency Management proactively engages in mitigation strategies, including the development of robust building, zoning codes, fostering crucial mutual aid agreements, implementing comprehensive training programs, and conducting vital community outreach and education initiatives to minimize the impact of future disasters. And whereas the aftermath of Hurricane Helene of 2024 and the Table Rock Complex fire in 2025 showcased the unwavering dedication of emergency management teams across the Southeast who tirelessly worked for weeks on end, establishing shelters, providing essential care, clearing debris, and restoring critical infrastructure to reach and aid affected individuals, paving the way for emergency vehicles and vital recovery operations. And whereas the International Association of Emergency Managers and Governor Henry McMaster have fittingly designated August of 2025 as Emergency Management Awareness Month, inspiring communities and organizations to acknowledge and appreciate the profound importance of this essential public service. Now, therefore, Greenville County Council does hereby honor the incredibly dedicated men and women of Greenville County Emergency Management for their unwavering commitment to public safety and recognizes their vital contributions to the well-being and resilience of our community by proclaiming August 2025 as Emergency Management Awareness Month in Greenville County. Folks, let's give these people a round of applause. Who will be accepted? Congratulations. Hey, let's do it one more time, folks.
Thank you, Councilor Collins. Next on the agenda, we have appearances on current agenda items. I'll go to Ms. Stone.
Mr. Chairman, we have 4 speakers. The first is Darlene Pace, and her topic is cluster housing.
Welcome, Ms. Pace.
Greetings and salutations. First of all, I want to thank you for halting construction. Ooh.
She got it.
Darlene Pace. First of all, I want to thank you guys for halting construction of the cluster housing and to study the pros and cons that this type of development will have on the environment as a whole. So I commend you guys and I thank you for taking a step back. I'm here to speak on the overdevelopment on Fork Shoals Road. Particularly the pending possible development next to the Sphinx across from the new Publix that will be opening this fall. We are being inundated with developments on Fork Shoal, Reedy Fork, just in the whole area of Malden. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like we're stepchildren because we are Simpsonville, Malden, Greenville, Piedmont. I couldn't even vote for the mayor. There's not much that I can vote for. But then yet and still, we have developments all around us on Harrington. And I have some of my neighbors here with us. And all we're asking you guys is, there's a lot of stuff that's going on that's going to be annexed in from Greenville into Malden. Particularly, and I'm just going to say some names because I don't have anything else to do. There is a church, it's called Take Heart Church. They're coming in with 7 acres coming from Greenville, asking to be annexed into Malden, so this project can happen. There's also Sphinx. Sphinx is given about 26 or so acres. We're just asking that things slow down some so we can be able to move from left to right. I saw what you guys did for a lot of areas, and we're just, asking, hey, people who live in our area in Harrington, most of us are either retired or they're new homeowners. The new homeowners just want to cut their grass and go to work and hopefully get to where we are. We're just trying to be able to get people to understand that, hey, we're just trying to sustain what we have. We're being run over. We're being inundated. And we're just asking for you guys, especially our district, which is District 25, if you would just give us a helping hand. We greatly appreciate it and thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pace.
Mr. Chairman, our next speaker is Theodore Turino, and his topic is cluster housing.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, thank you, Theodore Turino. Again, I agree with Darlene, and just to add on to that is between all the development that has been approved on Fork Shoals Road, just looking across from Harrington, there's another development, Chestnut Ridge Reserve, that's 350 houses. 350 times 2 for every car, that's 700 cars coming out on Fork Shoals Road. Not to mention the development Darlene was talking about, there's 500 houses or 500 and plus. That's another 1,000. I don't know who's looking at these maps. You're building on every inch of the property. You need to build inland a little bit so when you're driving down the road, you don't see these big high-rises along these developments. Everybody's just putting them in there like sardines. It's out of control. We need to calm it down. And I don't know, I'm going to ask the question, but I'll have to find out the information. I don't know what the developer pays an impact fee. I don't know what it is, but that needs to be raised because they're getting away with murder by sticking all these homes in these developments, and the roads are horrible. So who's going to pay for that? We tried to vote it in last year, not we, everybody tried to vote it in to get us to pay a percentage or 1 cent on to go towards the road development. We don't want to pay for that. Let these developers pay for it. There's thousands of homes going in on Fork Shoals. Thousands of homes. It's out of control. We're going to need a light at every subdivision. It's ridiculous. It's just totally out of control. There's another lot going in across from Harrington. Chestnut Ridge, 350 homes. It's crazy. I don't know who's looking at these blueprints, but somebody's got to start looking at them and making some educated decisions on how they look for the area's development and get them pushed back. Make it look, presentable. You're just sticking homes on everything. These developers come in with these fancy pictures with children playing on a green. That doesn't do nothing. We have to look closer at the projects they are presenting, and I don't know if it's a zoning thing, but we have to look at everything, because right now it's out of control. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cicerino.
Mr. Chairman, the next speaker is David Kraft, and his topic is cluster housing.
Welcome, Mr. Kraft.
Thank you, members of the board. Yes, my name is David Kraft. I am also a fellow Harrington resident, and I too voiced my concern with the city of Mauldin looking for a rezoning to accommodate this new cluster project as they want to develop on the corner of Fork Shoals Road and Ashmore Bridge. Again, as my neighbors have stipulated, all right, we do have quite a few developments being built all along Fork Shoals Road, and this one particular project, while the developer makes it sound nice and pretty and it looks good and everything else like that, it is, in my opinion, the rezoning from commercial to residential should be denied, as I feel that if anything, maybe maintain commercial for maybe more businesses to come into the area, more jobs and what have you. But we're also worried about the strain on the infrastructure, roads, sewage, electrical grid, EMS and fire and police response and what have you. And also the possibility of, with this cluster housing, maybe moderate income families that could bring maybe additional crime. And let's face it, more people into an area as tensions rise due to either too much congestion, not enough work, and other things that do come with overdevelopment. And I myself, I've experienced it. I moved down here from Long Island, New York, and the running joke is if they keep on building, the island's going to sink. Well, I don't think South Carolina's going to sink. However, all right, the things that do come in tandem with overdevelopment is an adverse effect on our quality of life, as well as what we perceived as moving down south to have a quieter, more peaceful life. And we've enjoyed the southern hospitality that we've endured by coming down here. Unfortunately, I see that going by the wayside if this development just keeps continuing without any proper overseeing by especially the county. As it seems, from what I understand, the city of Mauldin and the county don't necessarily communicate. Well, maybe the county needs to tell them that they need to come and speak to them and make matters known rather than try to sneak it in under the carpet. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kraft.
Mr. Chairman, the next speaker is Mata Crawford, and her topic is EMS Month.
Thank you. Welcome, Ms. Crawford.
Thank you. That's not my topic. My topic is cluster housing. I'm sorry. My mistake. My time has started. So I do want to talk about cluster housing because I do live in District 25 and I do use Fork Shoals Road quite a bit. My sister lives down off of Fork Shoals Road, and just in the last 5 years that she's lived down there, the traffic has increased tenfold. Our roads are getting worse because of the extra housing. Our kids are overran in the schools. I mean, when you all bring developers in, are we not thinking about emergency management? Where is the hospital down there? How are we going to exchange traffic? Now the roads need widening. We need more traffic lights. And as you know, Augusta Road and Whitehorse Road in that area has the highest traffic fatalities in Greenville County. So what are we doing about the roads? The other thing is, we keep letting people build. All the new people want to be in Greenville. Why? Because Greenville is the easiest place to come and build. We're giving it away. We shouldn't be giving it away. If nothing else, they should be contributing to our transportation issues. That's from the city buses to the roads, the traffic lights, all of that. They should be contributing to our schools. There should be a fund somewhere that developers have to pay into to come into Greenville County. It's too easy for them to come and just continue to build. We keep wanting the shiny things, but we're not taking care of our older things. We are foundation residents in Greenville County. Now, when you meet a foundation resident, which means that I was born and raised in Greenville County, it's hard to meet a person that has been here all their life because it's too easy for people to come into our city, use up our resources. I'm not saying that our land is our resource. Land is a resource. Our water is our resources. Our infrastructure are our resources. And other people are latching on to it, and they're ruining it for the people that like Greenville as a small country city. I know we're developing. It's fine for downtown. But when you get out into the county, I moved to the county for a quieter thing. I've lived all over Greenville, all over the city, the county, on the east side, the west side, and the south and north side. And when I tell you that you all are allowing the developers to destroy our county and our resources, we need to fix the things that we already have on our plate instead of adding more to it. Take care of the ones that are here first, then let other people come. The housing is crazy. Why are they not contributing to the housing issue that we have? It's not helping. Make them have moderate to low income housing when they come into our communities to develop. Do mixed communities. It's ridiculous, and you all are too smart. You all are too smart to be letting this happen to Greenville County. I thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Crawford. Next on the agenda, we have public hearings, and we will start with item A, Boiling Springs Fire District millage request. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Boiling Springs Fire District millage request. This public hearing is being held for the purpose of receiving comments from the public regarding a resolution to provide for the continuation of current ad valorem property tax to be levied by the Boiling Springs Fire District. Madam Clerk, has anyone signed up for this public hearing?
Mr. Collins, Mr. Chairman, we have no speakers for this public hearing.
Thank you. Having no other speakers, I declare this public hearing closed.
Thank you. We'll move on to item B, Caesars Head Fire Service Area millage request and fire protection contract with Cedar Mountain Fire and Rescue. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Caesars Head Fire Service Area millage request and fire protection contract with Cedar Mountain Fire and Rescue. This public hearing is being held for the purpose of receiving comments from the public regarding an ordinance to provide for an increase of the millage rate levied by the Caesars Head Fire Service Area, and to authorize the chairman of county council and the county administrator to renew the contract for fire protection and first responder services with Cedar Mountain Fire Rescue Incorporated. Madam Clerk, has anyone signed up for this public hearing?
Mr. Collins, Mr. Chairman, we have no one signed up for this public hearing.
Thank you. Having no other speakers, I declare this public hearing closed.
Thank you. We'll move on to item C, which is transfer of property, 10.9 acres around Woodside Mill community. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Transfer of property, 10.9 acres around Woodside Mill community. This public hearing is being held for the purpose of receiving comments from the public regarding an ordinance to authorize the transfer of approximately 10.9 acres of real property located around the Woodside Mill community to the Greenville County Redevelopment Authority, and to authorize the execution of deeds and any other documents and agreements related thereto. Madam Clerk, has anyone signed up for this public hearing?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Collins, we have no one signed up for this public hearing.
Thank you. Having no other speakers, I declare this public hearing closed.
Thank you. Move on to item D, Dart Points Operating Company, LLC, formerly Project AIM, fee in lieu of tax agreement. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Dart Points Operating Company, LLC, formerly Project AIM, fee in lieu of tax agreement. This public hearing is being held for the purpose of receiving comments from the public regarding an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of tax agreement by and between Greenville County, South Carolina, and Dart Points Operating Company, LLC, previously identified by the county as Project AIM, with respect to certain economic development property in the county, whereby such property will be subject to certain payments in lieu of taxes and other matters related thereto. Madam Clerk, are there anyone signed up for this public hearing?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Collins, we have no one signed up for this public hearing.
Thank you. Having no other speakers, I declare this public hearing closed.
Thank you. We will go to item E, Project Up, fee in lieu of tax agreement. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Project Up, fee in lieu of tax agreement. This public hearing is being held for the purpose of receiving comments from the public regarding an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of tax agreement by and between Greenville County, South Carolina, and a company known to the county at this time as Project Up, with respect to certain economic development property in the county, whereby such property will be subject to certain payments in lieu of taxes, including the provision of certain special source credits and other matters related thereto. Madam Clerk, has anyone signed up for this public hearing?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Collins, we have no one signed up for this public hearing.
Thank you. Having no other speakers, I declare this public hearing closed.
Thank you. Move to item F, Greenville Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment Project Up. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Greenville Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment Project Up. This public hearing is being held for the purpose of receiving comments from the public regarding an ordinance to amend an agreement for the development of a joint county industrial and business park, 2010 Park, of Anderson and Greenville counties, so as to enlarge the park. Project Up. Madam Clerk, has anyone signed up for this public hearing?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Collins, we have no one signed up for this public hearing.
Thank you. Having no other speakers, I declare this public hearing closed.
Thank you. I'll go to item G, Project Precedent, fee in lieu of tax agreement. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Project Precedent, fee in lieu of tax agreement. This public hearing is being held for the purpose of receiving comments from the public regarding an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of tax agreement by and between Greenville County, South Carolina, and a company known to the county at this time as Project Precedent, with respect to certain economic development property in the county, whereby such property will be subject to certain payments in lieu of taxes, including the provision of certain special source credits and other matters related thereto. Madam Clerk, has anyone signed up for this public hearing?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Collins, we have no one signed up for this public hearing.
Thank you. Having no other speakers, I declare this public hearing closed.
Thank you. Almost there, Councilor Collins. Item H, Greenville Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment Project Precedent. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Greenville Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment Project Precedent. This public hearing is being held for the purpose of receiving comments from the public regarding an ordinance to amend an agreement for the development of a joint county industrial and business park, 2010 Park, of Anderson and Greenville counties so as to enlarge the park. Project Precedent. Madam Clerk, has anyone signed up for this public hearing?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Collins, we have no one signed up for this public hearing.
Thank you. Having no other speakers, I declare this public hearing closed.
All right. Item I, Greenville Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment Project Vista. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Greenville Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment Project Vista. This public hearing is being held for the purpose of receiving comments from the public regarding an ordinance to amend an agreement for the development of a joint county industrial and business park, 2010 Park, of Anderson and Greenville counties so as to enlarge the park. Project Vista. Madam Clerk, has anyone signed up for this public hearing?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Collins, we have no one signed up for this public hearing.
No other speakers. I declare this public hearing closed.
Thank you. We'll move on to the next agenda item, which is the consent agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the consent agenda.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Move on to resolutions. Boiling Springs Fire District millage request. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Boiling Springs Fire District millage request. I'll make a motion, move for adoption of a resolution to provide for the continuation of current ad valorem property tax to be levied by the Boiling Springs Fire District.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item B, abandoned building revitalization, 214 Industrial Drive. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Abandoned building revitalization, 214 Industrial Drive. I move for the adoption of a resolution to certify Suite A of 214 Industrial Drive, Greenville, South Carolina, as an abandoned building site pursuant to the South Carolina Abandoned Buildings Revitalization Act of 2013.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Councilor Collins gets a break. We'll move to ordinances at second reading. We'll start with CZ 2025-038. Councilor Bradley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Property located at 280 Rock Road, requesting rezoning from RS and PD to AG. The Planning Commission and Committee recommended denial. On behalf of the committee, I move to deny this ordinance at second reading.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item 2, CZ 2025-040.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Property located at 593 Old Hunts Bridge, requesting rezoning from S1 to RS. The Planning Commission and the committee recommended approval. On behalf of the committee, I move to approval of this ordinance at second reading.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. CZ 2025-041.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Property located at 20 Old Augusta Road Extension and Augusta Road, requesting rezoning from C1 and C2 to S1. The Planning Commission and committee recommended approval. On behalf of the committee, I move approval of this ordinance at second reading.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. CZ 2025-042.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Property located on Old Bramlett Road, requesting rezoning from FRD to FRD major change and R-MA. The Planning Commission and committee recommended approval. On behalf of the committee, I move approval of this ordinance at second reading.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. All right, Councilor Collins, you ready again?
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to the next agenda item, which is Caesar's Head Fire Service Area millage request and fire protection contract with Cedar Mountain Fire and Rescue. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Caesar's Head Fire Service Area millage request and fire protection contract with Cedar Mountain Fire and Rescue. I move for approval at second reading an ordinance to provide for an increase to the millage rate levied by the Caesar's Head Fire Service Area and to authorize the chairman of county council and the county administrator to renew the contract for fire protection and first responder services with Cedar Mountain Fire Rescue Incorporated.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Next is C, transfer of property, 10.9 acres around Woodside Mill Community. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Transfer of property, 10.9 acres around Woodside Mill Community. I move for approval at second reading an ordinance to authorize the transfer of approximately 10.9 acres of real property located around the Woodside Mill Community to the Greenville County Redevelopment Authority, and to authorize the execution of deeds and any other documents and agreements related thereto.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
All right. The ayes have it. And before we go any further, I forgot during the last segment to mention that Councilor Long has joined us and is listening and joining in as well. So just wanted to make that for the record. We'll move on to D, Greenville Anderson Multi-County Industrial and Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment, Project ELK. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Greenville-Anderson Multi-County Industrial and Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment, Project Elk. I move for the approval at a second reading, an ordinance to amend an agreement for the development of a joint county industrial and business park, 2010 Park of Anderson and Greenville counties, so as to enlarge the park, Project Elk.
All in favor of the
Roll
motion?
call.
Roll call's been requested.
Just for clarification, this is the Anderson County where we're just the 1%, or the, right?
This is the one where we receive money.
Correct.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, the vote is 12 in favor, no one opposed. Ms. Long has submitted her vote as yes.
Thank you. Item passes. Move to item E. Dart Points Operating Company LLC, formerly Project AIM, fee in lieu of tax agreement. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Dart Points Operating Company LLC, formerly Project AIM, fee in lieu of tax agreement. I move for approval at the second reading, an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of tax agreement by and between Greenville County, South Carolina, and Dart Points Operating Company LLC, with respect to certain economic development property in the county, whereby such property will be subject to certain payments in lieu of taxes and other matters related thereto.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Roll call's been requested.
Mr. Chairman, you have 9 in favor, 3 opposed, with Ms. Long voting in favor.
All right. Thank you. The item passes. Move to item F. Project Up, fee in lieu of tax agreement. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Project Up, fee in lieu of tax agreement. I move for approval at second reading, an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of tax agreement by and between Greenville County, South Carolina, and a company known to the county at this time as Project Up, with respect to certain economic development property in the county, whereby such property will be subject to certain payments in lieu of taxes, including the provision of certain special source credits and other matters related thereto.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Roll call's been requested.
Mr. Chairman, you have 9 in favor, 3 in opposition, with Ms. Long voting in favor.
Thank you. The item passes. Move to item G. Greenville-Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment, Project Up. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Greenville-Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment, Project Up. I move for approval at the second reading, an ordinance to amend an agreement for the development of a joint county industrial and business park, 2010 Park, of Anderson and Greenville counties so as to enlarge the park, Project Up.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it. Move to item H, Greenville-Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment, Project Precedent. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Greenville-Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment, Project Precedent. I move for approval at second reading, an ordinance to amend an agreement for the development of a joint county industrial and business park, 2010 Park of Anderson and Greenville counties, so as to enlarge the park, project precedent.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We'll move to item I, project precedent fee in lieu of tax agreement. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Project precedent, fee in lieu of tax agreement. I move for the approval at second reading an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of tax agreement by and between Greenville County, South Carolina, and a company known to the county at this time as Project Precedent, with respect to certain economic development property in the county, whereby such property will be subject to certain payments in lieu of taxes, including the provision of certain special source credits and other matters related thereto.
Thank you.
Roll call.
Roll call has been requested.
I think you have to call the question, don't you?
No, that's to stop debate.
Say what?
Asking to call the question is to stop debate.
No, I understand that, but after I've been saying roll call, I've been waiting to actually all in favor.
That's
I think
why-
I'm saying it before the actual ask of council is asked, right? Just a little technical.
No, you're doing it right.
I think we've always done it with roll call, and then that triggers the roll call automatically without a vote.
Okay. No, I mean, all I'm saying is procedurally, the chair is not asking, or you're not actually asking us to vote. That's all. It's very simple.
Yeah, but if nobody's debating roll call, right?
Have we ever done this any other way?
Yes, yeah, I think the chair would ask, you would basically say all in favor, and then a roll call would be asked. Not a big deal. It's just a timing. I feel a little weird saying roll call before that.
Mr. Chairman, if you say all in favor, say aye, it's too late for you to ask for a roll call. So if you want a roll call, you've got to step up before he calls for the vote.
Okay, all right.
That's why I just waited and just kind of looked your direction just in case.
Sure, I understand. I just want to make sure everything's getting recorded correctly. Thank you. Roll call vote, please.
We're locked in, almost.
Mr. Chairman, you have 10 in favor, 2 opposed, with Ms. Long voting in favor.
Thank you. Move to item J, Greenville Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment, Project Vista. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Greenville Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park, 2010 Park Agreement Amendment, Project Vista. I move for approval at second reading an ordinance to amend an agreement for the development of a joint county industrial and business park, 2010 Park of Anderson and Greenville counties, so as to enlarge the park, Project Vista.
Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Ordinances at first reading. Councilor Bradley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I present for first reading zoning docket CZ 2025-54 through CZ-2025-58 and CZ 2025-60. CZ-2025-59 was administratively withdrew.
All right, thank you, and we will refer all of those to the Planning and Development Committee. Move to item B, which is Greenville Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Park Agreement Amendment Project Midway. Councilor Collins.
Okay, I'm going to find my place here.
Thought you were finished, didn't you?
I did, I was ready to. Okay, it's B, 11B. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Greenville Anderson Multi-County Industrial Business Park 2010 Agreement Amendment, Project Midway. I present for first reading an ordinance to amend an agreement for the development of a joint county industrial and business park, 2010 Park of Anderson and Greenville counties, so as to enlarge the park to include certain property and other matters related thereto.
Thank you, and that will stay on the council floor. Move to item C, which is Terrapines Special Tax District Tax Levy. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Terrapine Special Tax District Tax Levy. I present for the first reading an ordinance to approve the Terrapine Special Tax District's petition for an increase to its current tax levy.
Thank you, and that will as well stay on the council floor. Item D, Foothills Fire Service Area Millage Request. Councilor Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Foothills Fire Service millage request. I present for a first reading an ordinance to provide for the millage rate to be levied by the Foothills Fire Service area.
Thank you, and that will stay on the council floor as well. Item E is Land Development Regulations Amendment Cluster Housing. Councilor Bradley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As noticed on the county council agenda, I present for the first reading an ordinance to amend the county land development regulations to add new provisions for cluster developments in Greenville County.
Thank you, and we'll refer that to the Planning and Development Committee. Next on the agenda, we have committee reports. Planning and Development Committee. Councilor Bradley.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, that was the initial text amendment, and PD was put on hold.
Item was held in committee. No actions required here. We'll move on to the next agenda item, which is public comments. Ms. Stone.
Mr. Chairman, we have 6 speakers. The first is Bruce Wilson, and his topic is county contracts.
Welcome, Mr. Wilson.
How you doing, Mr. Chairman? Thank you for having me. See me how you doing. Speak this time, make sure I don't forget. Mr. Chairman, I would like to talk about contracts that we learned that was handed over to Sentinel Offender Services. Mr. Chairman, let me first make this point clear, that I have tremendous respect for Mr. Cornell. Even though him and I may disagree a lot, and a lot of times it's because I'm told that I look better than him, but we have disagreements. We still have been able to have meaningful conversations. And in doing that, I do have a tremendous disagreement with this contract, but I understand that it has to be done because really there's nobody else around to do it. I get that and I understand it. What I really would like to see now is to make sure that we have some type of oversight with this particular company because of the history of the company, not just here in Greenville, but nationwide. We are dealing with our judicial system, offenders, and a for-profit company. We have to watch that and be mindful when we resource something like that out to a for-profit company related to our judicial system. Mr. Chairman, I was over there earlier today and I spoke with an individual. His fine for his crime was a $500 fine that will go to the state. But his home incarceration of 18 months, he has to pay $600 per month to the for-profit company. That's, Mr. Chairman, over $10,000 for this particular individual. Family man has to pay this every month to this company. I want to make sure, Mr. Chairman, if we're having to deal with this company, and evidently we do, that we make sure that it is done right, that people are not being taken advantage of. Although they may have committed a crime, they have to pay the penalty. I get that. But at the end of the day, humanity should still ride. We still should make sure that individuals do not be put in a predicament where they need money to do something wrong to pay the people that's watching them. That makes no sense. And so I would hope that in the future we could have a plan that we can work on with a conversation that I had with Mr. Cornell. I believe that we can come up with some meaningful solutions to make sure that this company does not take advantage of the voiceless. And I would ask that this council be willing to support such a move. I appreciate the council allowing me to speak.
Wilson.
Mr. Chairman, the next speaker is David Kraft, and his topic is Malden rezoning.
I think he just realized he gets to speak again. He wasn't expecting it. Welcome.
Thank you again. I wasn't aware I was coming up here for a second time, but unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, I want to just reiterate my opposition to the rezoning by the city of Maulding for a commercial property to residential in order to effectuate the completion or an undertaking of a project which incorporates a cluster housing, which I understand is some type of moratorium against. So I'm putting my 2 cents in that I oppose it as well as many of my neighbors. But thank you again very much.
Thank you. Ms. Stone?
Mr. Chairman, the next speaker is Jeffrey Lawson, and his topic is Greenville County Business Decisions.
Mr. Lawson?
Thank you. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Lawson. I reside in the city of Greenville. I'm a retired rheumatologist and moved to Greenville in 1979 to establish Piedmont Arthritis Clinic. I was the first rheumatologist in the upstate. My practice grew to a $50 million a year business with 4 rheumatologists, 4 nurse practitioners, an infusion center that infused 1,100 patients a month, and at the time of my retirement in January of 2023. I attended the June 17 meeting of County Council and was encouraged by the interest in evaluating the utilization of county employee time management and operation of county office procedures. In 2020, we were struck by the coronavirus, and my practice of rheumatology changed. All insurance personnel and accounts receivable personnel were sent home. Only the clinical staff remained on site. Initially, we would Zoom our at-home personnel daily. They were allowed to vary their work hours as that was most appropriate to accomplish their assigned tasks. Some individuals filing insurance claims would start their workday at 4 a.m. and complete their workday at 8 a.m. and would have the rest of the day free and therefore did not have to pay child care. Some would have specific times during the day that they would contact an insurance company to review and deny claims that would have the rest of the time of the day free. We would schedule Zoom visits with our patients at their home. We started to use AI to compose our office notes. Some physicians' offices established regional offices. Due to this experience, I wondered if these or similar practices could be adapted by the Greenville County for business procedures to address employee time management, on-site building code inspections, and completion of permits. These may be just a short list of things the county administrator could add to my agenda. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lawson.
Mr. Chairman, the next speaker is Gladys Duval, and her topic is Malden rezoning.
Welcome, Ms. Duval.
I'm sorry I didn't get here in time with my other Harrington residents, because I would have been behind them. I've only been here 4 years in Greenville, and it's taken me some while to understand how the community and the politicians work. What I now understand is that Greenville County is made up of about 26 different cities and towns, but 4 cities are actually incorporated, which means that they have their own county and elected officials, and they don't report to you all. I find that to be a problem. I contend that if Malden, Simpsonville, Travelers Rest, and Fountain Inn have their own commission without any interference or any approval from Greenville County, how in God's green earth does Greenville County understand what they're approving that's going to impact Greenville County as a whole? I contend you don't know. Is there a traffic study that incorporates Malden, Greenville, and Simpson counties? I haven't seen one. Everybody talks about traffic studies are done when these new developments come in, but I haven't heard anybody say, here's what Fork Shoals Road is going to look like, which incorporates all 3 of these independent cities. I contend that this process is broken. It seems that the new developments get rubber-stamped approval simply to increase the taxes from Greenville County and the state of South Carolina. I don't believe the county has a definition for overpopulation of an area. When is enough enough? You talk about Fork Shoals Road. There's still multiple developments under construction. If we stop the development right now on Fork Shoals Road, it still is overpopulated. Why? Traffic congestion. You got a 2-lane road that everybody has talked about that you can't widen because of the above-ground electrical poles. So what's going to happen when there's an emergency and you can't get a fire truck down these 2-lane roads? You can't pull off on the side of the road because there is no side of the road. It's disheartening to me. And we talked about this new development that's coming up, Part of that land belongs to Greenville County. Part of it belongs to Malden. Malden's already approved it. Malden's got to ask Greenville County to annex it in. It just goes on and on and on and on. I think we need to do something about stopping these developmental approvals just because they've got the money to build the land. Are we collecting taxes to increase the roads? These roads get damaged by these construction trucks that come and go, scarring up the road. Publix is opening before the end of this year at Fork Shoals and Ashmore Bridge Road. More traffic. You go all the way down to the end of Fork Shoals Road, you get to West Georgia Road, guess what? Food Line is opening up next year there. Something has to be done to coordinate between these 4 independent incorporated cities into Greenville County for approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Duvall.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, the last speaker is Mata Crawford, and her topic is contract with Sentinel.
Welcome again, Ms. Crawford.
Thank you. Come before you all once again. Thank you again. Sentinel is a problem. I don't understand why they're monopolizing this service to Greenville County residents. There's other companies out there that are nationwide. I've talked to several people. I've talked to Mr. Cannell, just happened to catch him out there. He explained some things. So, but it don't work. It's not working. I'm in that place at least twice a month, if not more, because of the population that I work with. I've seen people disrespected. Everybody deserves respect. Some people that are on ankle bracelets or on this monitoring system have not actually been found guilty of committing a crime. But you treat everybody like they're criminals and like they should be in jail and they don't deserve a chance and whatever. But then there's the retaliation when they complain. If you all are going to sign the contract that at the end of the day, you're responsible for that deal. You're part of what they're doing. And it's hurting your residents of Greenville County. Just like you just said, $10,000 for a $500 fine? Come on now. That's like throwing an elephant at a peanut. That's not fair to our citizens. Don't do it. The other thing is I do have 3 other companies that do the same thing that Sentinel do, and they're a lot closer. Sentinel is out of California. Why are we all the way over there when there's one in Florida? That makes sense to me. Greenville County used to do it. People are paying for this service. People are paying out their pocket to this service, so it's not costing Greenville County anything to do that. Now, if it's about conflict of interest, then find somebody else to do it. Let that be a whole separate thing or something. I like solutions. When people do complain, you all sign the contract, but they can't come to you and complain about it. They have to call California and complain to their people about how they're being mistreated. Yes, someone was arrested for taking bribes, because if I can pay you a little $100 or whatever, I don't have to come and report. I don't have to take a drug test. If you don't have that extra $100 to throw at them, then they have the right to go into court and cause retaliation and tell the judge that you're in violation. How do I know this? Because I'm the one that goes and sit in court with these people that are wearing the ankle bracelets. Go talk to them. Talk to the people that you provided the service for, that you signed this contract to control other people's lives. Had Sentinel stand in court and lie on 2 young men back to back, and the judge seen through it because they had good lawyers. But most of the time that don't happen. Most of the time the judge does not see that it's a lie or there's an issue with them instead of the person that's wearing the ankle bracelet. That's not fair. They can take these people's lives at an instant, and you all sign a contract for it. They're not treating people fair. They're ruining people's family lives. $10,000 is a lot of money. Think about it. Do better, Greenville County.
Thank you, Ms. Crawford. Next on the agenda, we have the administrator's report.
Mr. Chairman, members of council, I just too want to thank Emergency Management Group. They've dealt with 2 major disasters in the last 10 months, and from a firsthand experience, I was just very impressed with their willingness to work as much as needed, and they did it tirelessly. It was very impressive to watch how they could coordinate all the various disciplines and act as one throughout the whole event, whether it's the hurricane or the fire up north. Many of you were able to see it firsthand also, and it was very refreshing. We have some very talented individuals, and they did it with a smile. Thank you.
Thank you.
I did have a question for the administrator. It's not fair to ask you on the Sentinel thing now, but maybe in a couple of weeks or whatever time it takes could you give council some kind of, maybe an overview of how that works, how long the contract is and all that? Again, I'm not asking it now, but.
Yes, we can do that. We just renewed, went out for RFP. I can tell you, we received 5 responses, and it was a very comprehensive evaluation done by detention center personnel and the solicitor's office. So it wasn't any one group doing it. It was looked at by many different people, but I'll get you all the information.
All right. Next on the agenda, we have requests and motions by council members. Anybody have anything for tonight? All right. Hearing none, I'll echo what the administrator said about the emergency management, as well as all of our nonprofits that stuck out with us through this entire meeting. Thank you for being here with us. And with that, I'll take one final motion.
Motion we adjourn.
All in favor? Aye. We're adjourned. Have a good evening.